morning, boys and girls. I'm still here at U of M Hospital, and I'm going to be continuing my conversation with Dr. Nasser. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about cystic fibrosis and how it affects children who are of school age and attending school. So thank you again for taking the time. We talked touched a little bit on our last conversation about kids going to school, and I was wondering if you could elaborate a little bit about different precautions or anything different in the day of a CF student.
So for CF kids, we usually ask the moms to have the Purell with them for the hand sanitizer. That's very, very important because we don't want them to get sick from other kids getting sick. If there is more than one kid in the school, we communicate with the school to make sure they're not in the same class. If they have to be in the same class, maybe at a distance, because CF kids have to be 6 inches away from each other, meaning 3 arm lengths away, but preferably not in the same class. We communicate a lot with schools about that. We also write notes for schools to allow the kids to have high-calorie diet. A lot of the high-calorie diet are the good things that everybody wants. Not the pretzels, cookies, ice cream, milkshakes, pizza, any of these things that are rich in calories are recommended because they need double what the other kids would need to grow. We communicate with the schools too about if there is any problems with taking the enzymes, because ideally I would want my kids to have the enzymes on them, not in the office, if the parents think it's a good idea, if they are a little older, because then they can take it before they eat, because they have to take their enzymes before eating to be able to absorb the calories. I see a lot of problems with kids not taking enzymes in school because they are really worried that their friends and their classmates will make fun of them. And we've heard that repeatedly. They'll make fun of them that they're taking pills. Sometimes they spread rumors that, he's taking pills, he's going to die. I've heard that too, which is very sad. So we usually work with the kids in the school, and when they're old enough, we ask the school to allow them to have them on them. But the little ones, yes, I would want it in the office so they can go get it. But they have to get enzymes before they eat all the time, which is a problem. Sometimes they might come to school a little later, and I've wrote notes for that as well, because they have to do all their treatment in the morning, which takes about an hour of their time, and that is a lot of time. You wake up, it's hard enough to wake up kids to go to school, but you wake them up an hour earlier to do their treatment. So there is a lot of things that they do on a daily basis to stay healthy.
Can the kids participate in gym class or recess?
I recommend that. I recommend that they have to be as active as they can. We need them to participate in gym classes and to play in the recess time. If it's too cold outside, we give them a note, and I do that for all my patients, not only CF, but asthma as well. If it's too cold outside, I don't want them to go out. But generally, we like them to be as active as they can. So that's healthy, that's good for them. Swimming is great sport for CF because of their lungs, but any sports is usually recommended.
Now, you mentioned earlier about 3 arm distance. What is the reason for that?
It's 2 arm lengths. So my arm, so that's how far they should be away from each other. And it's mainly because CF infections can go from one patient to the other. So they would give each other the infection. So we used to have camps, CF camps, and the CF camps canceled because they would get infection from each other.
Oh.
So, and that is bad for them, because if you get an infection that's resistant to antibiotics, then that might really get you sick and end up in the hospital. So we usually tell them not to be friends with other CF kids. If you want to talk to a CF kid, you can do it by FaceTime, by Skype, any of these things. But we tell them not to be together.
Which is very difficult because kids love to interact, and when they have things in common, it's good to talk.
Exactly. You want somebody to understand what you're going through, but in CF, it's really detrimental to their health. So we usually recommend not to do that.
Well, so ends another one of our segments. Stay tuned tomorrow for even more information. Have a good day, everybody.